Hi Taurus Sun and Rising. Welcome to a video on the transit of Jupiter in your own sign of Taurus, which is occurring from May 19th of 2023 until May 25th of 2024. So just over a year. And so let's talk about how that's going to impact both the sun and rising signs of Taurus. This means that Jupiter is going to be in your first house. Now, this is a general forecast, so you have to look at your own chart to see what degree your sun or rising is to see when it's going to actually go into that first house. But it will get there at some point if you are an early degree rising sign or sun sign. Like for instance, if your sun sign is Taurus and you're born in the month of April, then you're going to get that hit from Jupiter right away, starting in May or June. And the other people are going to get it later on. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is the retrograde. Just to get that out of the way, because this can be a time when things are not progressing as you like, because you have to turn your attention inward. But it still can provide luck because Jupiter is such a lucky planet. But sometimes, let's say your sun in Taurus and your rising sign is Sagittarius. It means Jupiter is your ruler, and that could definitely make Jupiter retrograde more important for someone like you. But anyway, Jupiter is going retrograde on September 4th of 2023. And this will be at, let's see what degree it's at. 15 degrees, 35 minutes of Taurus. And then it's not until the end of the year when Jupiter goes direct. I mean, literally, like on the 30th of December. And it goes direct at 5 degrees, 35 minutes of Taurus. And what's interesting about this is that we have a lunar eclipse in Taurus on the 28th of October, while Jupiter is retrograding at 5 degrees, 9 minutes of Taurus. So it's at the same degree as that lunar eclipse in Taurus. So that could hold some significance that Jupiter is going direct at the same degree as the lunar eclipse. And you have to look at your own chart to see how that might play out. But anyway, and that's an important point to make as well. We have both Jupiter and Uranus in the same sign in this transit in 2023 and 2024 until May of 2024. And the reason that this is very interesting, and I mean in addition to the eclipses that have been in Taurus, but there's only going to be one eclipse in Taurus while Jupiter is in Taurus, because that one in October is going to be the last one in that cycle of Taurus and Scorpio. So I'm primarily talking about the Uranian transit in Taurus. And Uranus is a planet that can lead to surprise happenings. And so with Jupiter, this could involve it's kind of like when you win the lottery and you hope for something, but you don't expect it, or something comes out of left field that's like some windfall, some excitement. and it can have like a monetary value to it, because Jupiter in Taurus itself, I think, is actually very good for money and other things of the earth, possessions, food, and all of this. And the reason I'm bringing this up is that we have been experiencing these warnings that we're going to have all these negative economic impacts as a collective. And I'm feeling optimistic about Jupiter being in Taurus. So, in the first house for Taurians, this is going to be something that expands your life as a whole. If you look at the first house as that, first of all, it's a new cycle of Jupiter. And this can make you feel much more uplifted in general. By the way, I want to give a shout out to cafeastrology.com, where I'm deriving my talking points, just looking at what they say and then putting it into my own words if I agree with it. I don't always agree with everything I read. So this can be something that is very good for you because it breaks you out of that kind of a rut. Being a fixed sign, Taurus can kind of stay in a comfort zone, but even be uncomfortable in their comfort zone because they feel like it's monotonous, but they don't know how to break out of it. And Jupiter is expansive. But again, bringing up Uranus, Uranus rules Aquarius. Jupiter rules Sagittarius. Both of these signs are known for loving freedom and for really expanding the mind. Well, I mean, Sagittarius is, Aquarius is naturally very intelligent and very much like forward. What I would say with both of those signs is that they are future oriented. They're not oriented in the past. And so with Taurus, this can only help to propel you ahead. And Jupiter gives you maybe that extra lucky touch where you happen to be at the right place at the right time, and maybe it seems kind of magical how things are happening for you. They use the word fortunate. That's actually a great word because in the tarot, the Wheel of Fortune is connected to Jupiter. And so you have Lady Luck on your side. They mentioned favorable aspects to the fifth, and they mentioned the fifth, the ninth house as well, either one or both of these, as being good for, or fortunate times for, higher education, love, creativity, because the fifth house is connected to creativity and the ninth house and travel is connected to the ninth house along with higher education. So I would say that, yeah, that's definitely, that can make it even more so. But just being in the first house, I feel that that might be enough of an influence to kind of be a theme in your life at this point. Because the first house, being the house of the self, it can speak to anything that you're currently influenced by. But another thing about this is that it might even be something connected to your physical appearance. And, this is something that you may have heard before, but when you have a transit of Jupiter in the first house, because it is associated with expansion, it could lead to weight gain. My feeling, because I have Taurus rising, I'm like, I don't know, I don't want to even put that out in the universe, but I mean, when I think, and I may have read this too, is that it can make you more optimistic, and that can make you more likely to care for yourself. So to just assume that somebody's going to do something negative as a result of this, I think is really overstating it. I think that it's very possible that you may be so optimistic that you're willing to do whatever it takes to improve yourself. If that's what you need, some people do need to gain weight, and that might be a blessing to them. And Jupiter can lead to a growth period, self-growth, and you may embrace it, whereas maybe at other times you're not interested. You just have your nose to the grindstone, and that's what matters to you. But perhaps other things are coming up, and like I said, it could be due to Uranus or those eclipses that you've been having that have changed the way you look at yourself and the way you look at life, and you're more willing to look for ways that you can improve your circumstances. In Law of Attraction, they talk about your mindset being so key in being able to be a co-creator, because obviously when you're feeling like you can do something, it makes it more likely to happen. I mean, even if you didn't believe in Law of Attraction, having a positive attitude is a no-brainer, and this gives you that. So whether you think that you're lucky or you're making your own luck, the bottom line is that that can manifest for you at this time and for the next year. Okay, Taurus, that's what I have for you. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.